So I've got a little different video for you today. I wanted to cover a number of different topics. There's no theme to this, and I just wanted to update on a bunch of things that either I tried, didn't try, or how I've tried just to go ahead and live the village life. I just want to put that in there and give you guys a little insight as to what it's like. So the first thing I want to do is, I think it's kind of comical. Adam, who watches my videos, he purchased in Richmond, seems to love it there. I met him at World of Beer, and he commented that he bought a golf cart screen. And I bought a golf cart screen on the same day. Wayne, who sets up just before the bridges coming from Richmond to Brownwood, he set up, I'll show you a little clip here on the side, as to he sets up on the corner. My wife wanted a bug screen because we do a lot of nighttime. I would say at dusk you go from the squares to back home. For me, Citrus Grove and Brownwood is a good 20-minute golf cart ride. And so I at first wasn't sure whether a bug screen was really worth it. So put it in one night we were actually coming back from Sawgrass. And the number of bugs that were on the screen right at 8:45, 9 o'clock, I scraped them off before pulling into my garage. I really did. I had to flick them off. So Wayne here sells these bug screens. I think they're very helpful if you're in that nighttime coming back from a ride. Because I did it once, I drove without it, and I watched the bugs come through the windshield that was flipped down. And I was like, this thing does stop a lot of bugs. So I'm losing some protein by not eating bugs in my face. But it was interesting that Adam did the exact same thing. And I showed the quick clip here of Wayne selling them. This is when I purchased it. I just stopped there and I bought a bug screen. Now, I did find a downside to the bug screen, and so I'm going to put it in and out when I want to use it. The downside is you can take out these rubber bumpers that, keep your windshield from hitting the metal that are in between, but you take them out so you can flip the windshield up if it starts raining. Well, one of the things that I usually do is I push my luck. I go like, it's only going to be temporary, so I go through a little bit of rain, and then it gets heavier, and then I have to put up the windshield. With the bug screen, too much water hit the bug screen before I decided to close the windshield. Then when I closed the windshield and the downpour happened, visibility was really tough. So I ended up in the rain taking the bug screen off, sticking it in my grocery bag that I did another video on, and it was much easier to drive in the pouring rain. That is the one downside. For me, the other downside is shooting video. You don't want a bug screen in between shooting video. But I think it's for $28. Now I know Village Discount golf cart store does sell the bug screens as well. But Wayne, I'll put his phone number down below that he has on each of the screens that he sells. He puts his phone number in case somebody else is interested. I know he's usually at the craft fairs, but this time he had just set up on the side before the bridges going to the farmer's market, and I picked one up. So that's one thing that it did. The second thing that I did is I have this decibel reader on my phone, and I got the bright idea to do a video or try a video. The point is I tried the video. I tried to take my rental golf cart, which I could see that there's no insulation around the muffler. compared to my Quitech Yamaha. And so I thought I'd do a decibel test to show the difference. Well, the problem with a decibel, where you place the phone and how it's reading the sound. And then if you're like me, that likes to talk way too much. You know, when you talk, the decibel meter goes up. So it's different than sleeping or not saying anything. When you talk, it goes up. So the whole cart reading, and I tried to put it in my phone holder in both carts the same, exactly the same. And I didn't get much of a different reading. It wasn't scientific, wasn't great. I'll put I'll put some of the video. By the time I got done, the video just didn't work. I tried. The video didn't work. I drove around the neighborhood. I'm sure my neighbors were all like going, what the hell is he doing? The honest truth is, I know it's quieter in the Quitech. Everybody agrees it is quieter, but by how much, don't really know. And I think it's on a cart per cart, so it's really up to you when you go buy a cart. Test it out. See if the sound difference makes a difference to you. It did for me. I feel like I can notice it, but the test was worthless. The other item that I kind of want to talk about is I'm part-time. My visit this time is an extended stay. Usually, most of the time, my stays are jam-packed. And I try to do a little bit more of just being a villager. How about that? Just being a villager. Not a YouTuber, being a villager. And I have to say, it's been great. Went to the pool. Here's a shot of me at the pool. Me and my wife tried to go to Edna's on the green. We had heard great things. Believe it or not, I had never been there. It's not that far off from the Water Lily Bridge. But I didn't know something. It's an early night for that location. We headed out. This is where the rainstorm happened with the screen. And we had to put the sides down. By the time we got there, it was about 6 o'clock, and the rain had stopped the band, and everybody had left. It was pretty empty, even though another viewer, Brenda, it was nice meeting with her. She gave me the ins and outs. We were really there for like last call for the bar and the food carts. I'll show a couple of pictures here. But a heads up, really get the schedule for Edna's on the Green. It's not with the schedule of the town squares or Sawgrass. I think sometimes like that location should be added in what entertainment's being there. I think it would be a great idea. Now, in a kind of a rain, I will tell you, Sawgrass Grove has an advantage in the sense of entertainment because you can be under those canopies and not get wet. And the band can still continue with their enclosure compared to, Brownwood or Lake Sumter. You're right out in the open where you're seated. Sawgrass Grove does have a little advantage there. I guess I would like to say that. So we've tried to do some things. We went to Sawgrass, me and my wife, to watch some entertainment. Not filming it, not doing it for YouTube, but being a villager, just kind of setting back. And I have to say, probably yesterday, I also work from home. Still, that's part of the part-time and part of my ability to be here for extended periods is I'm able to work from home for my company. And yesterday was the first day I didn't go anywhere. I really didn't go anywhere. So I am trying to settle down into what life is like in the villages. I have played water volleyball twice already. I'm thinking of a third time. It'll probably be Sunday at the Azelle. I'll probably go back to that one and do that. I have some other things I need to do today. But just trying to relax and be more of kind of like a typical day in the villages. Now, the other thing that we've been doing is we have been treating I'm sure people do this all the time. They come here on a lifestyle visit, and it's gangbusters. Go out to eat, go to places, go to open houses, go to the entertainment. I think I'm starting to settle back that you can't go at that pace. If you go at that pace, your food budget won't last very long, those kind of things. I will say that we've been to a number of restaurants, but Prima, the steakhouse, it was great. It really was. You know, we had David, I think it's Dave is the store manager. He filled in. The place was packed on a Monday night. And then we ended up with Mike as a waiter. And the food, we had the filet mignon, and it was delicious. The steak really is their top item. Is all of them said that's their number one item. They have other great choices, but if you go there. But this is where I'm saying to settle in as if you were on vacation or just a villager. You wouldn't do that every night. But it's a great location, great food. Right up there. I like Bluefin. I like some others. Maybe at some point I'll do a top 10 of the restaurants that I like that have impressed me and give you a little idea as to what the menu is like. But for now, I'm just trying to settle in, have some fun. I have met some of you that have watched my YouTube, so it's been great. You know, between John that yelled at me in the golf cart and met me at Sawgrass Grove. I just ran into him on one of those nights of just doing what everybody else does in the villages. I haven't got into any kind of pool or you know, billiards or card games that I know my wife likes to do, and I still got time to do that. But I just thought I'd want to update you on some general things that we've been doing, and that life in the villages, at first, it's like a vacation. There's so many things to do. That's probably, if I was going to redo can you afford to live in the villages? You can't afford to live in the villages if you treat it like a vacation every day. I think that's something that I have learned quickly as being a part-timer. Every time I come here, I have treated it like vacation versus like I live here permanently. I'm settling down, getting used to, hey, take my time, enjoy life, and just enjoy the villages, what it has to offer. And I still have a lot to see, and I'm sure I'll run into some of you who are watching this, and you can tell me about other things that I am missing, because I think I have focused a lot on the southern new sections. I need to spend more time up north in some of the Spanish Springs and some of those sections. I just haven't got there. Thanks for watching. Have a day. Have a good day.